What's up, peeps? This is day 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Day 7? Day 8? I don't even fucking know, but it's back day. So yesterday it was actually pretty warm. Now I think about it, right? It got up to like 50s, like low 50s though. But today it's no sun, overcast. It's fucking 40 degrees. Oh my god, dude, people are fucking retarded, man. Come on, there's people parked on both sides of the road. You see me going through the two cars, and you try to pull in, and then just I don't know, man. Just some people it's just like 3 seconds. You avoid a crash. Nobody gets annoyed, but guess I am. But so yeah, it's super cold today. 40 fucking degrees. Like exactly, right? I'm not like 40 as in 49. No, 40 as in 40. Fucking cold, overcast, cloudy as shit. I'm gonna have to take my dog out for like 45 minutes out in this bitch, so that's gonna suck ass. Face is super duper dry because of it, so I need to fucking exfoliate and get all this shit off, and then keep that shit moisturized and protected. But it's kind of hard, you know, especially if you go outside very frequently like I do, and it's just like wind, cold, dry. But all right, let's talk about what we're gonna do today. So back day, I'm going to, like yesterday, I'm gonna really focus on getting more reps. Really gonna focus on controlling the eccentric. We're really gonna focus on going past what mentally I think I'm able to do, right? So if I do 10, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna try and get 12 out, right? I'm gonna try and get 2 more out, right? If I fail, then they become long length partials, whatever, right? I still get more out of it. So that's what I'm gonna really focus on today. Since not a lot of people came yesterday, I imagine a lot of people will be here today. So the clips might be pretty poor, but we'll see what we can do. And I changed my mind on the cardio thing. Definitely gonna add in more cardio. I think, you know, instead of just meeting it at the 500, I think I'm gonna do at least 30 minutes every single day minimum. And yeah, I kind of want this cut to be over. I feel like I'm not gaining much out of it, you know, but I mean, that is what a cut is, right? Retain and lose body fat, you know, you're not gaining anything. It just feels bad, you know, it feels like I'm in the limbo for it, but it is what it is. Got too hungry last night, like fucking 2 a.m. Woke up, I went downstairs and had some rotisserie chicken, had a bunch of OJ, so probably not as far in the deficit as I should be, but I fucking hate cutting. It just sucks. So one of my close friends linked me something, and she's linked me this person a lot of times on YouTube. And I'm not gonna call anybody out, but this certain fitness influencer claims that, you know, they eat 2,900 calories, right? 2,900 calories, right? Normally, if you were to say, oh yeah, no, like my maintenance, my main gaining or whatever the fuck calorie is 2,900, I would think, oh wow, you know, like probably like Sam Sulek size, you know, like that, right? Like, because that's what it takes to maintain that fucking huge mass, you know. 2,900 calories, right? It's essentially 3K calories, right? That's a lot of food. And, you know, she shows, you know, what she eats and stuff, and I understand why she's able to eat 2,900 calories, right? her diet is not indicative of somebody that works out. So it's it's sugary cereal, it's fast food, it's carb heavy, like low GI index carbs, like low glycemic index, things like that. The meals aren't periodically spread out throughout the day, right? Like her breakfast is like over 1,000 calories already. I mean, her snacks are all cookies and just sugary, sweet, chocolatey. Just like if somebody told me that they ate like that, I would be like, oh yeah, no, they're probably overweight. Like it's crazy. I mean, like there's some good stuff in there, like whole eggs, like shrimp, type of turmeric-y soup type deal. Okay, cool. That's fill you up. That's nice protein, right? That's nice fat source from the whole eggs. But then it's like, oh yeah, no, I have like a couple of they say a couple of Honolulu cookies, but as we know, if you eat one Honolulu cookie, you're having like 4 more, right? And then they're like, oh yeah, no, I had this little chocolate, right? And she shows you, right? And it's like a chocolate, or it's like a cupcake size piece of chocolate with filling inside of it. I was like, okay, that's okay. Like that snack alone, maybe like 400 plus, right? And I think 400 is on the low side, right? And she's eating like McDonald's, and then she's eating bentos, which is fine, but a lot of it is like gyoza, which is essentially fried dumplings, right? Pot stickers, right? But just the Japanese variety. A lot of fried food, like fried vegetables, fried shrimp, and she's eating like rolls instead of actually like nigiri. It's just mayo, and it's just a lot of sauce, right? And then she had like a mayo sandwich. Holy moly! I could not even, or not mayo sandwich, a tuna salad sandwich, but it was like a mayo sandwich because I couldn't see the fucking tuna. I was like, what the fuck, right? And it wasn't even on like a traditional, like a keto bread or like a white bread or wheat bread. It was on one of those, sourdough, right? Like the big loaf bread, right? Like it was like huge. I was like, damn, okay. Right? Like just like that aside, like what she's actually eating, right? Like all the sugar and stuff. Man, like, I did some like loose calculations, right? She's eating like 140 grams of protein, right? Cool. She looks lighter than 140 grams, but hey, who knows? But that seems like a good amount for her weight, for her size, for what she's doing. But she's eating 140 grams of protein from 2,900 calories. That ratio is terrible, right? And most of that is fat, like bad fats, right? Not even like fats from extra virgin olive oil, right? Fats from avocados, right? Fats from whatever. It's all like unsaturated, like polyunsaturated fats. It's not good, right? And then most of her carbs isn't brown rice type deal, right? Quinoa, risotto, right? Cauliflower, right? Fibrous carbs, right? It's all sugar, right? Like Rice Krispies has like 30 grams of sugar, right? Fucking hell, man. And like lattes and cappuccinos, you're dunking 3-4 things of sugar in that bitch, like it's crazy. So it's really a diet that's not indicative of someone that works out and someone that has her physique. So I mean, I don't want to be a hater, but I am gonna be a hater, right? Because that diet and that eating habit and that amount and what you're consuming, that's not gonna work for me. That's not gonna work for you. That's not gonna work for anybody except like 2 people on the planet. Let's do kids, right? And you might be thinking, oh, she may be the third one. She may be the third one. I subscribe to the idea that no matter how unique you are, no matter how gifted you are, no matter how much potential you possess, no matter how much, how good of genetics you are, you're gonna fall within that bell curve. You're not special, right? If you think you're special, you're probably not special, right? And if you really are truly special, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation in the first place, right? You would be the next LeBron James, right? The next Bosa twins, right? The next, Kelsey, right? 6'4", 240 pounds, fucking run like hell, right? Like the next Megatron. That's not you. You fall within the bell curve. Maybe towards the upper side of that 68%, but you fall within the bell curve, right? And let's say you're outside of the bell curve. You're not past that 95% confidence interval. You're still within the expected of what a human's supposed to be like. So you're not special. So how the fuck do you eat 2,900 calories while being like she looks 5'3", 5'4", maybe like 130 pounds, maybe 100, well, actually maybe 120. So it's like, that's weird. Because just like my other rants about, hey, if you're starting, like, how do you find a programming, right? Don't try to change too much. Just do what works for other people. That diet, that eating habit does not work for other people. It will never work for other people. That's not how physiology works. And right, and more importantly, that's not how the conservation of energy works. Right? Because I doubt she's there training, like fucking Michael Phelps, right? Just in the pool twice a day for over 1,000 calories. All right, I know for sure she ain't doing that. So how the fuck is she eating 2,900 calories, right? Okay, I'm pretty sure Katie Ledecky, one of the greatest swimmer of all time, one of the greatest female swimmer of all time. This dude is riding my ass, but he doesn't realize I have to turn. God, these people just want to get into an accident, but listen, Katie Ledecky is one of the greatest swimmers alive, and I'm sure she doesn't eat 2,900 calories, man. It's just crazy. So, hey, call me a hater. I'm a piece of shit. It doesn't work for 99.9999% of the people. So what's the 1% that's her, or what's the 0.0001% that's different? She probably on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. Like, she probably on some bullshit. Tren, Anavar, T3, I don't know, fucking some SARMs. Because no way her metabolism is the metabolism of a 6'2", 222-pound individual. It just doesn't happen. Oh, black as hell, Jim. Hey, what's going on, peeps? This is post-production. There's been a gap in my workout. This was supposed to come out yesterday, but hey, shit happens. I got super busy. But a little quick update before I get into the workout. No gym for me today because I really want to get a lot of my shit done. So, because tomorrow I got some events I got to go to in the afternoon, and that's going to take up fucking 2-3 hours. So, but for this back workout, we're starting off with the GHDs. Of course, gotta really get that lower back pumped, and of course,
like I said last week, I was gonna start adding in more weights to it, you know, instead of just body weight. So I went with 5. And if you're thinking 5 pounds is not a lot, right? Try doing a leg raise with 5s in between your legs, or try doing a Roman chair with 5s in between your legs. And of course, you know, the 5 pound isn't close to my chest. You know, I'm reaching outward, so it kind of creates more torque, more rotational force on my lower back, forcing it to work harder. So I really like that I've incorporated GHDs, but I can't really tell if my back is actually getting stronger. I think I would just have to keep doing a lot of posterior chain exercises like deadlifts and RDLs and barbell rows and T-bar rows to really see an effect over a long period of time. But so far, I'm pretty happy with just the GHDs, and I'm happy that I'm able to increase weight. So maybe in my second part of the bulk or the cut, I mean, maybe I can move up to 10s, but of course we'll see. And I just realized from this point, it does look like my fucking shins are like they're like curved for like they're curved backwards. Doesn't that look so fucking weird right there? I guess it just that's the pad making it look weird, but all right, going directly into the lat pull down. This time I decided to go with a wider grip. It just, you know, I just want a different feeling because I can't tell if the wider grip is better for me or if the medium grip or the narrow grip or just, you know, like the really like close grip, you know, like the cable row grip is good for me. So I'm just doing it with everything. But first warm up set, I think with 80s or 90s, something like that. Just trying to get the form down. I think with lower weights, it's very easy for me to get the form down, and it's fine. But the second it becomes harder, I feel like I just don't really engage anything. You know, it just feels like, yeah, it just feels like a clusterfuck of just pull, but I can't really tell what's actually working. So hopefully I can kind of figure that out. But I think now I'm at 110, 120, somewhere around there. And now I think I'm 140 or 150. And the bar got a little bit away from me. But for my last working set, trying out with the really close grip pull, because I heard that it's better for the lats. You know, I've seen those videos. You know, it's 43% more lat activation. I tried it. I didn't really fuck with it. You know, like going up, like right there, I can feel a pinch in my shoulders. So not a big fan. But that was like 140, 150 again. Immediately going into pull-ups. Of course, I can't really do that many pull-ups even when I'm fresh. I think 7 is my max. But I think I got 4 here. 4.5. I go up for the 5th. I just can't. So, hey, you know, at least I know that I did some damage on my lats and my back. So, then doing some single arm cable rows. I know people like to say, okay, you know, if you're pulling with your right arm, you put your right leg out. But I don't like that because I can't twist my body slightly. So you see at the bottom of my pull, I twist slightly towards the direction I'm pulling, and that helps me kind of, boom, squeeze the lats. That's probably the only exercise where I can really feel the lats. So you see how I pull down, and there's like a tiny little twist. Well, I guess less so on my left, because my left is a little bit more uncoordinated, so I gotta work on that. But moving on to T-bar rows. I think I said in my outro, but I was supposed to do T-bar rows second, right after a lat pull down, I think, but somebody was in the squat rack and right next to it, so I wasn't able to get in. So, and by now, for some reason, I'm feeling a little woozy, a little nauseous, a little dizzy. So I decided to just go up and weight real quickly: 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, and then that's my working sets. Instead of going 1 plate, 1.5, 2 plates, 2.5, 3 plates, and then beginning my working set. I just try to go up as quickly as possible to the 3 sets and get the most I can. And of course, I'm just not feeling so well. So, second one, doing some bicep curls. I rarely do bicep curls. I don't know why, but it just feels like my biceps grow a lot faster than my triceps, and I don't really care about my biceps being that big anyways. I really care about the triceps because I feel like that's what gives it that fucking look on the outside. The biceps are nice. Also, my insertion makes it look like, I don't have biceps until I flex anyway. So, but these are pretty light. I'm kind of swinging them a little bit. I'm going a little bit heavier. I think these are 25s. A little bit better. But I kind of enjoy easy bar curls a little bit more. I just think I'm able to kind of really just go fucking balls to the walls with it. Having the dumbbell curl like alternating in each hand, now that I'm watching it back, I can't help but kind of swing left and right, even though these aren't super duper heavy weights. I think I go up to 30s in these, which, I mean, to a lot of people, these are their starting working weights, but you gotta remember, when I'm lean down, I'm like 150, so this is 60 pounds. This is like, like 27% of my body weight. So, but we do what we can, and hopefully I'll be able to get the next days out on time. So, all right, thanks, boys. Peace.
All right, boys, and the one girl, probably not. It's all boys. Back done. Started off pretty well. Got a little woozy, got a little dizzy, got a little nauseous midway through, so kind of cut the T-bar row, which I was supposed to do, I think, second or third, but there was someone else in there. He was using the rack where the T-bar row would be slotted in, so I just did it last, or second to last. But yeah, no. And instead of going up slowly, I just did 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, done. Feel a little nauseous today, so I'm not gonna push it. But overall, pretty good. Lat pull down, one arm lat pull in with the cable. GHD, T-bar row, bicep curl, face pull, which I kind of forgot to record, but I mean, face pull is really not that exciting. So, but now I'm done with that. I'm gonna go home. Right? Oh, I know. I said, oh, man, I'm gonna go to do cardio at least 30 minutes every single day. You're right. But I'm gonna leverage the amount of energy I have right now to actually go home, take the dogs out, get my errands done, right? Eat, do all that jazz. And then I'm gonna try and get as much work done as possible. If I am just like it's impossible for me to focus, then I'll just take like a 30-minute hour nap. I'll kind of use that time to kind of reset the brain type deal. Then I'll just do all my work, 7, 8, maybe even 9. I'll take my dogs out whenever they need to go again, and then I'll go down to the purple and yellow gym and do my cardio. I'm not too opposed to doing cardio at night, because I think, I mean, one of the cons, the negative, is maybe I'll be too hyped up to go to sleep, but I fucking love sleep, right? My fucking hormones are been so fucked for the last 15 years that, you know, I sleep 12 hours a day if I could, but I'm not gonna take any stims. I only take stims if I'm, you know, leaving the house before 12 p.m. so noon. If I go after, then I might do half a scoop and then just do my creatine and do whatever. But yeah, no, I don't like stims after like noon. So I used to run the, I think it's called Tedco. I kind of like their stuff, but it's like $60 for a 30-day supply. But it has a clinical dose of citrulline and beta-alanine and creatine and caffeine, right? So the caffeine I can give or take, and they also cut it with BCAAs, which I don't really give a fuck about, right? Like, if if I was in control, I would be like, get rid of the BCAAs, just cut the price down by $15. I don't fucking need no BCAAs, bro. But I was doing grocery shopping, yesterday, as I said, because I had a lot of errands and shit to do outside of the house. I found Sebum's pre-workout for sale. It was like $24 for a 30-day supply. It's like, fuck, right? And these were not the double scoop ones where it's 40 days, but it's actually 20. These were the single scoop citrulline, citrulline, betaine, whatever the fuck, and some caffeine. So I just added my creatine, which is fuck, dude, like a bag of creatine for like 300 servings is like $15. It's so cheap. So I just pour that shit in and I'm good. So that was a good deal. I got 2 of them. One's like this pink flavor, which is actually pretty fucking nice. I don't know how they formulate their flavor, but the Sebum flavors are nice. And then the other one I got is this, it's more white. So maybe like, I don't know, like white cherry or some shit. I forgot, but whatever. Flavor's pretty nice. I'm just gonna go back and forth between those two with an extra scoop of creatine, because that doesn't have creatine, and I like creatine. I think it's one of the safest, most researched, most used, most well-known supplements that's actually not, terrible for you, right? It's actually a non-factor, right? Unless you have like significant kidney damage or whatever, then I would say probably consult with your doctor, consult with your endo, consult with the specialist. But yeah, but gonna leverage my energy right now to get as much done as possible. So there was something else I was supposed to talk about, or not supposed to, but I wanted to talk about. I kind of forgot what it was, because for the intro I talked about the girl, or that one female influencer who's bullshitting. I'm definitely gonna fucking stalk her page and do some investigation on her ass, because I'm gonna see, what she lifts, right? Like, proportionally wise, right? Maybe she'll even say her weight and her height somewhere. Then I'm gonna compare it with the power lifters at my gym, at least the female ones. I'm just gonna compare their ratios and see, okay, yeah, no, she is strong. Okay, maybe that's, whatever. Or, oh, wow, no, that's weird. She's so ripped and, she has a lot of muscles, but she, so it's, I'm just trying to find the discrepancies, because the calorie and the, because the calorie and the macronutrient discrepancy is fucked. So definitely gonna investigate her ass. There's something going on there, but it is what it is. But I remember what I was going to talk about. So I'm on week 6 of my programming for this block. Next week, exercises and movements are going to be different. You know, it's just, I've been doing this for 6 weeks. Good progress, but it's time to switch it up, do something else, kind of gauge the muscles in a different manner. So I think upper days are now going to be like fucking pull-ups into dips, like 3 or 4 sets of dips into shoulder press, into whatever else I can't remember. And then yeah, I think everything's gonna be changed slightly, but I think I'm gonna still keep at least try to keep the bench days, the squat days, and the deadlift days kind of separate, right? Or at least separated, right? So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the only concern I have is the dips. Because the one is, you know, it's like the big cast iron black dip bar where it's like V-shaped, and you stick it on to the, you know, the holes on the side of a squat rack. And because it's V-shaped, you know, well, I'm a small motherfucker, right? Like even the fucking you know, the concave bar for bench, which I did, you know, last week, that grip is too wide for me, right? So a normal dip bar for someone that's, you know, a powerlifter or strongman, that shit is so, you know, like I'm gonna be pressing outside of my frame. So if that becomes an issue, then I'm gonna have to either jury rig something, or I'm just gonna have to, I don't know, go to the forbidden place, do 3-4 sets of it, and then immediately drive over. But then the drive over is like 5-10 minutes. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'll give it my best shot. You know, I can always jury rig something. And there are other people that are kind of like my size and shorter, so you know, I'll ask. I'll be like, hey bro, like, do you do dips? I was like, okay. So again, like, that's why for me, like, do you have any setup that actually works? And then, you know, I'll try what they suggest. But yeah, no, that's the only concern. I was like, it's fucking wide. I'm gonna tear my labrum, I'm gonna tear my shoulder off. Yeah. So I think today I look less like a Pillsbury Doughboy. You know, I think it's because, so underneath I look like a Pillsbury Doughboy, but someone dropped their bag of McDonald's on the ground. Hang on, hang the fuck on this. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that's fucking weird. Now that's a little bit fucked. Just eating McDonald's from the middle of the street, but I'm gonna see what the fuck it is, and if it's gross, I'm gonna just throw it out. But fuck it, bro, it's free food. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm poor as shit. But alright, what the fuck was I saying? Talking about the dips, right? Like, it's about me looking like a Pillsbury Doughboy. So I think it's literally the midsection, bro. Like, you know, like I don't want to be that dude that's like, you know, it's all about like abs, right? Like abs, you know, I don't want to be that dude. But if you're, you know, if your shoulders and your pecs are, you know, looking a little big, you know, looking a little nice, but your kind of stomach bulges out, like not even forward, right? You know, like if it bulges out forward, but the sides are kind of tapered and tight, right? Like you have like nice obliques, right? And you're like lean enough for that to, you know, not balloon out like a, you know, love handle. Bro, that looks fine. But for me, it's like a, you know, it's like a tube around my stomach, so it's kind of disheartening. But I'll be happy when I can get rid of it for this cut. That's probably the only thing I'm looking for on this cut. But not sure what this is. This guy following me or what? Oh well. Who is that guy? I swear to God, there's random people that drive through my neighborhood. I feel like they're like burglars. I feel like they're staking people out. Cause my place did get burglarized, so I don't know, bro. I hope I'm home. You know, if they come, and I'll beat the shit out of them. I'll fucking, you know, 309 the board, what the fuck it's called, but. All right, gonna go put in work, maybe take a nap, and then do cardio later. I'm not gonna film that, but you know, at least 30 minutes. So for me, that's about 300 calories. So.